Hey guys, Underground Geek here. And there's a comic book that I want to bring up. I had noticed the title in this week's or last week's releases, and I was kind of like, I don't know. This seems like I thought it was maybe a prelude to the movie Thor Ragnarok. And it may be, just trying to get some of the business from the advertising for that movie, the publicity, so to speak, for that movie. So I gave it a try. This comic is Thor vs. Hulk, Champions of the Universe #1. I gave it a try, and I gotta say, pretty good. The cover page is what got my attention because it's the original Hulk and Thor, and immediately I was intrigued because, they know that this is what we want. So they're only going to give it to us in little bits, little teaspoons here and there. To keep us from mobbing in the streets. But this is Thor vs. Hulk, Champions of the Universe. Okay, so it basically talks about them. The writer is Jeremy Whitley. The artist is Simone Buonfantino. The colorist is Irma Nivila. Come on, guys. And the cover is done by Dan Mora and Rochelle Rosenberg. I'm not really sure why you needed two people on the cover, but maybe there's two different covers and this is only one. I may be overthinking it, but anyway. And the executive editor is Tom Brevoort. But anyway, so I read this comic and I was very skeptical about it. I read all the way through it just to make sure I hadn't missed anything. And I got to tell you, this comic's just fun. It's just a fun, good time. And it's sad that they make these and they don't understand. It's like they know what they're doing. They make this comic and we love it. And they just say, oh, we're done. That's it. We're going back to business as usual. And it just kind of lets you know that somebody is steering the Marvel machine. Because when they can produce a comic like this, and then they make something like the Totally Awesome Hulk or the Mighty Thor, something's going on. You know what I mean? It's just weird. But anyway, so basically what's going on is New York and Washington, D.C. are under attack again from an alien invasion. So at first I was like, I don't know about this. But then I look at the artwork and the original Spider-Woman costume is there, and the original Black Widow costume is there, and they're drawn like women. And I was kind of, oh, okay, yeah. Somebody's got some art going on here. And then we cut to the next page, and we've got Thor and Hulk's in a spacesuit, and they're smashing asteroids in space. I mean, what better time to be had than that? But anyway, so I read through this comic, and I got to say, this is like I said before, this is a fun comic. This is a good time, good little leisure read. I mean, if they did comics like this every month, just once a month, had these good time comics like this where they had these heroes teaming up, went back to the old way of Marvel, they would make money. Like, start making the comics like this, okay? You can just pick this thing up and start reading it and have fun with it. Isn't that what comics are about? Now, you can do more serious stories, but this is just, this is fun. But anyway, I read through it. They're having a competition, Hulk and Thor are, about who can smash the most asteroids. That's pretty clever. And then they break into the spaceship, and the aliens are just like, I hate Earth. Gosh, look at these people. This is why I didn't want to do this. They're Hydra agents, and it's funny because of the way they talk. They're just like, oh, crap, here comes this fist to my face. And then we continue on through there, and they're smashing and bashing. And it turns out that they were tricked by someone, and we get this character here, the promoter, and she's drawn very well. I like the costume. But, of course, her boobs can't be above A's, of course. But anyway. So we get the promoter, and then we get the champion of the universe. And I don't think they say his name. Yeah, I don't see it in here. I don't think they say his name anyway. But they said that they're going to have a tournament. You need to fight, but first you need to bring us the belt of Turgid the Unbeatable, and they recognize that that's a Frost Giant champion. Thor does, and so they send them after the belt. And come to find out, it's more than what they thought when they got there. Of course, it was a almost like a suicide mission, and at the end we get a cliffhanger for the next issue. Now, I won't tell you too much about it just because I don't want to be the kind of person that just goes through and pulls the comics explained and reads about it, or reads it all the way through for you. But like I said before, when they make comics like this, and then they make comics like the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl and the Unstoppable Wasp, there's really no excuse. This is a direct slap in the face to their selves. You know what I mean? You don't make these kind of comics and then make Unbeatable Squirrel Girl or Mighty Captain Marvel. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. It's almost like the machine has become too big. Like these different cogs are not talking to each other. These different circuit boards are not communicating with each other. And everybody's just doing their own thing. And I think that kind of comes from the workers maybe not all working at the headquarters and they work from home and they just, somebody hires them to do a comic and they just do a comic. You know what I mean? But they're making these really good ones and really bad ones. But like I said, if you want to have some fun, this is the comic to have. I read all the way through. They get an epic cliffhanger at the end, and it takes you to the preview of the next issue. It's an homage to like an Alien and Predator. I don't know if this guy maybe worked on Alien and Predator, but he's obviously a fan by the issue number 2's cover. And at the bottom it says, "Game over, man, game over." So obviously somebody's an Aliens fan. But anyway, it's a cheesy 80s reference, so obviously the guy that is writing this is slightly older, but I don't know the guy's age, the writer here. Let's go back to the first page here. But anyway, I really liked it. I liked the art. I liked the story. I liked the humor. I mean, it was actually funny. It wasn't like who's the guy that's not very funny? Chip Zdarsky. It wasn't like a Chip Zdarsky type thing. It was actually funny. Okay, the writer is Jeremy Whitley, and I've heard that name before, but like I said, I'm younger. I don't know who some of these guys are. I've heard them, then I forget them. But I'm pretty sure he's been around a little bit, and of course I know who Axel Alonso is, and that Joe Quesada and Jack Kirby and Stan Lee is. But check this out. It's Hulk, Thor versus Hulk, Champions of the Universe #1. I don't know. It says 1 of 6, so I guess we're going to get a 6 little miniseries here. I don't know why they're doing it unless it's just for Thor Ragnarok, obviously. But tell me what you think about this. Tell me if you think this is like a slap in the face of themselves, of Marvel, by making this comic and making the stuff that they're making right now at the same time. It's kind of like I don't know. It's weird. It's like a parallel universe. But anyway, tell me guys what you think. Hit the thumbs up, hit the notifications button so you don't miss any of my videos. And check this comic out. I hadn't heard anybody talking about it, so I thought, heck, I'll do it. Let's see what people think about it. But anyway, see you guys later. Underground Geek out.